Hey guys, yes, long time no see, but I felt very inspired to come on the camera and talk a little bit about what may be the best week I've had in medical school. Yes, I'm gonna go out and say it. I think this might be the best week I have had in medical school. And that doesn't say too much because I'm a first year and my year isn't even over yet. But, you really just have to document these wins because they're not gonna come often. And I am just really proud of the work that I'm doing. And I just want to take a moment and just kind of celebrate that and chat with you guys about that. So let me walk y'all through my week. Well, I think it all started on Monday. Yeah, I'm gonna say Monday. So on Monday, I got an email saying that I won a grant that I applied for a few months ago. And it's not any old grant, it is actually an NIH grant, the National Institute of Health. Yes, one of the largest research organizations in the world. They will be funding my research for the summer. So I'm like completely flabbergasted by that, mainly because during my gap year, when I worked at Hopkins, I was funded under like an NIH grant. So to like as just like an employee, as a worker. So now it's like such a full circle moment where they're funding my research. I'm just like really elated about that. So I was really riding a high for a long time on that, and then I hit a low because then I was like, oh my gosh, I actually have to make this research happen. Imposter syndrome was kicking in, and now I think I've reached a level of just like embracing it and being happy for this accomplishment. So I'm really thankful for that. And then also later on that day, the invites were sent for a documentary that I had been working on since I first got here. It was actually like spearheaded by the current MS2s. And then once the MS1s came in, a few of us hopped on the project. And yeah, I've just like been working really hard on that too. Like basically all of last semester, I would say. Last semester and the beginning of this semester, it has been a lot of work being put into that. So it's so nice to like kind of almost be at the finish line of this project. I think it's really something special. And I'm really happy that we get to make it into like a private screening event for like physicians and residents and medical students to come and hear like what we put together. I'm just like, I'm so blown away. I'm so blown away. And then Wednesday, I shadowed in the plastic surgery department. Actually, I don't know if I've told you guys this. So my school does this really cool thing where they match up first year med students with a clinical faculty, and then you shadow them one day a week for half a day. And this is like for a year. And I was paired up with plastic surgery. Like, how cool is that? I love that for me. Honestly, this experience has been so amazing, and I have so much love and respect for the plastic surgery field. Honestly, I think before that, I feel like my view of plastic surgery was really shadowed by what I saw on social media and what people had to say. But to like really see what the doctor I'm doing, like what she does on a daily basis, I'm just like in awe by her work. She is so incredibly talented. Like she can turn like the craziest holes and gapes and cuts and lesions into something beautiful, like nothing ever happened. It's actually a work of art. Like it's truly art in its purest form is plastic surgery. And most of it has just been medical. Like I haven't really seen a lot of elective cases. I don't know if people go to academic hospitals to get like elective cases because maybe high facility fees and stuff, and it might be cheaper to just go to a plastic surgeon to get a tummy tuck instead of going to an academic institution. So a lot of the cases I've been seeing have been cancer related problems where they cut out a cancer and then you have to like put the skin back together to make it seem like the hole was never there. And yeah, it's just been amazing work. But that's always a highlight of my week because I'm just really thankful that I get to like witness it every week. And it's always in the clinical setting. I haven't actually been in the OR yet, but to see a patient from, right out of surgery, like a week after surgery, and then like seeing them 4 weeks after surgery and just see how the skin is healing, man. The skin is a wonderful organ, let me tell you. But let me save that for another day because I don't think we give enough credit to the skin. Like the way it just rejuvenates and just like puts itself back together is just like, I love you. I love you. I love you. But yeah, so that was my Wednesday. That was my Wednesday. Oh, another really cool thing that has happened to me this week is that I was selected to be part of a panel to interview the next like cluster of faculty members that will be teaching at my school. That was such an amazing honor, you know, a little old me, first year medical student, haven't even been here a year, and you know, the school is choosing me to help seek out the next group of faculty. You know, I do medical student interviews and I've done it for my school, but to do it for for a faculty member, I just felt like really honored, like reading these CVs and seeing all these incredible things that people have, like incredible work that people have done. I'm just like in awe that, you know, I get to be part of this big decision, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something right and people care about my opinions and people care like about who I think should kind of shape what our school, like the trajectory or the future of my medical school should look like. So I'm really proud of that. Honestly, we interviewed someone this week who just absolutely blew my mind. They really impressed me, and it was honestly just really inspiring just hearing her talk, and just like she spoke so well. Her hair is so beautiful, so proud of her work, like didn't skip a beat. Like they were absolutely killing the interview, and you know, it was just really cool to see. And I think that was the moment where I was like, dang, like what a great week this has been. And the best interviews are the ones where you can really learn something from the interviewer, like the person you're interviewing. And I really felt that today, and I felt like I needed to hear what they had to say, because it just felt like it really related to a lot of things that I'm personally going through in my life right now. So I was really honored to like be able to be part of that whole trajectory and that whole mission. And then the last thing, is it the last thing? Okay, so next, I've been having a really hard time this year getting connected with the dermatology department. If you guys remember, right before I started medical school, I did a video about like what specialty, it was like a Q&A, and one of the questions was like, what specialty am I interested in right now? And it was dermatology, and I was really excited to go into medical school and get connected with the dermatology department. And it was honestly kind of hard. So, you know how I said that my school has a program where they match up first year med students with a clinical faculty. They also have one where they match up a first year med students with a research faculty. And both of those situations, I actually requested dermatology. And both of those times I didn't get dermatology, which honestly ended up being a good thing, because I have these awesome mentors now that have really helped me like already just like really progress in my medical journey. So I'm really thankful for them. And honestly, like, yeah, I've learned to just like be okay with that. But then they also had like a dermatology interest group board like application. You know, I applied for that. I applied for the board. Didn't get that either. So at that point I was just like, dang, like it's just hard for me to get connected here, huh? But then I reached out to the chair of the department because of like current research that I'm doing, and she was just so excited to hear from me and to talk with me, and you know, excited about collaborating. So we set up a time to talk, and then through those email exchanges she also CC'd like a couple of other really amazing dermatology faculties. So now I'm like talking to 3 dermatologists like at my school, and you know, a week before I didn't have any dermatology like insight at all, couldn't even get on the board, and now I'm like actively talking to these like medical professionals who are in the field that I'm really interested in. So I'm just like really thankful about that. Honestly, it's just, it feels really good to just trust the process, because even though all those moments are happening where every time I tried to like get connected to this department it failed, I still had like so much trust in like what's meant to be is going to be. So I was never really upset about those situations, but it really feels good to see like, you know, why it's good to wait, like what the other side of that looked like. So I love that. And then the last thing, guys, the last thing I'll talk about is today, right now, I'm just coming back from this amazing lecture that was given at my school from the Sidewalk Project. This is a group in Los Angeles where they do a lot of harm reduction initiatives in LA mainly, but also in like Long Beach and Las Vegas and like, I don't know, some other places, at Phoenix maybe. I don't know, but this group is so amazing. So we were able to hear from like the directors or like the people who are like in the heads of the programs, I'm not sure about their like specific title, and they were just kind of telling us about their mission. And if you're not familiar with harm reduction work, it's basically, you know, bringing safe practices to people who use drugs, providing like clean needles and Narcan and condoms, and just not necessarily trying to change people's habits, like in the way, like, you know, trying to condemn them for, you know, using drugs or for doing what they do, but just making sure that they're doing it in a very safe way to lower the risk of HIV or STIs or overdosing, because that is a huge overdose, guys, is a huge problem in this country, a huge problem. Opioid like overdose is just honestly a matter that I feel like it's definitely not slept on. There's documentaries about it. It's in the news every day. People are dying from it. It is a pandemic, guys. It is an epidemic. It honestly kind of hurts sometimes to like really talk about it, because, you know, during my gap year, the first half of my gap year, I worked at a pain management clinic, and it was just such an eye-opening experience. It was really my first insight to hearing about opioids and the people who take opioids and how it's affected them and their family and their lives and the community. It is such a deep-rooted like topic of discussion that has like really, like, I don't know, it's really struck a nerve in my heart. So I feel like it's something I always like to hear about and learn about. So to hear from these women who are doing such amazing work in the community, and honestly, I'm so impressed. Like, you guys need to look up Sidewalk Project like immediately after this, because they are doing some great work. And it felt really good to hear patient stories, because it was such a close, intimate setting. I didn't feel like I had to yell out to like get their attention or to talk. Like, it was just a room, and I think it was like 10 of us maybe total, and we just were able to have an open discussion. You know, I learned how to use Narcan. I learned about all the practices and ways that people are, you know, using drugs. They even brought little like they kind of showed like the pipes and the tips that they use on like above the pipe, and, you know, just like learning more about this community. Like, it felt really good, because, you know, in school we just like always talk about it like it's them, like this is what they do, and it's like, no, like, you know, this is something that we need to learn a little bit more of. Like, us as medical professionals, we shouldn't just try to condemn people for how they live their life, but maybe we should, you know, let them live the life that they live, but make sure that they're being safe about it. You know, they're preventing themselves from catching these STIs or, you know, from overdosing. So that was a really great moment. I really appreciated that lecture, and it kind of brought me back to my why medicine, because it can be so easy to lose that along the way. But that was such a beautiful discussion, and I'm really excited to get connected with this organization. I mean, overall, this week of medical school has been amazing. I'm even having things happening in my personal life that's really great too, but it's definitely not my place to share. But I just want to take the time and share that, and, you know, I just pray that more times like this will continue to happen, because, you know, I'm doing the damn thing, y'all. I'm doing the damn thing. You may not see me on here too much, like talking and rapping and updating you guys, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm doing very well, and life has been really good. And I'm just going to continue praying that God continues to watch over me and guide me, because I know I am not getting all these blessings alone. I know that there's someone up there watching over me, and, you know, just has a nice little blanket over me. I feel real warm and loved, and I feel really cared for. So I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for watching this video. Just a little med school update for you. And yeah, just to let you guys know I'm alive. I'm doing well. Don't know, I can't even say I'm gonna be posting regularly, but just know that when you see me post, it's gonna be special, and I'm always gonna try to be honest about what's going on in my life and how I'm feeling about medical school. If you guys want to connect more, definitely look down below. You can shoot me a DM or an email, and I will do my best to get back to you. So until next time, have a great day. I love you all. Bye. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I forgot to mention that my med school came out with a music video and I was part of that process, so I'm definitely going to share the link down below. Make sure to click it, give it a watch. I don't get anything for it, but that's another thing I've been working on this year, and that was fun to make, so hope you guys like it.